آئیے ہم باقاعدہ اس کانفرنس کے افتتاح کی طرف بڑھتے ہیں۔ یہ ہماری روایت رہی ہے کہ ہم چند قرآنی آیات کے ساتھ کسی بھی پروگرام کی ابتدا کرتے ہیں اور یہ کوشش کرتے ہیں کہ ان میں بتائی ہوئی چیزوں کو سمجھ کر بہترین انسان بننے کی کوشش کریں۔ میں اس اہم فریضے کے لیے عالمہ سیدہ شہناز بی ٹیک 4th سیمسٹر سے خواہش کرتی ہوں کہ وہ چند آیات کی قرأت کریں اور ان کا ترجمہ بھی پیش کریں۔
گڈ مارننگ، السلام علیکم۔ اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم، بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم، وَلِلَّهِ مُلْكُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ۔ إِنَّ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاخْتِلَافِ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ لَآيَاتٍ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا سُبْحَانَكَ فَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ رَبَّنَا إِنَّكَ ما تدخل النار فقد أخزيته وما للظالمين من أنصار۔ صدق اللہ العظیم۔ ابھی میں نے سورہ العمران کی آیت نمبر 189 سے 192 تک کی تلاوت کی ہے، جن کا ترجمہ ہے: اور سب آسمانوں اور زمینوں کی بادشاہی اللہ ہی کے لیے ہے، اور اللہ ہر چیز پر قادر ہے۔ بے شک آسمانوں اور زمین کی تخلیق میں اور شب و روز کی گردش میں عقل سلیم والوں کے لیے نشانیاں ہیں۔ یہ وہ لوگ جو کھڑے ہیں اور بیٹھے اور اپنی کروٹوں میں اللہ کو یاد کرتے ہیں اور آسمانوں اور زمین کی تخلیق میں فکر کرتے ہیں، پھر اس کی معرفت سے لذت آشنا ہو کر پکار اٹھتے ہیں: اے ہمارے رب، تو نے یہ سب کچھ بے حکمت اور بے تدبیر نہیں بنایا، تو پاک ہے، بس ہمیں دوزخ کے عذاب سے بچا لے۔ اے ہمارے رب، بے شک تو جسے دوزخ میں ڈال دے تو نے اسے واقعتاً رسوا کر دیا، اور ظالموں کے لیے کوئی مددگار نہیں۔ شکریہ۔
شکریہ شہناز۔ بے شک تفکر ایک بہترین عبادت ہے، اور مولانا آزاد نیشنل اردو یونیورسٹی اس کی طرف ہمیشہ گامزن رہی ہے، اور ایسے پروگرام کے لیے ہمیں اکابرین علم کو سننے اور ان کی باتوں پہ غور و فکر کرنے کا موقع ملتا ہے۔ ہماری ایک اور روایت رہی ہے کہ ہم ہمارے مہمانوں کو ہماری یونیورسٹی کے ترانے سے بھی روشناس کرواتے ہیں۔ میں IMC سے گزارش کرتی ہوں کہ وہ مانو ترانہ پیش کریں۔
یہ جامعہ زبان اردو، یہ جامعہ زبان اردو، زبان اردو کا آشیاں ہے आसारे है दर्ज रूह में, कलम से उतरा हुआ बदन है। ये इल्म का शहर घर है मेरा, मेरा मदरसा मेरा वतन है। तालीम का मौसम है, तहजीब की फसलें हैं, हम रोशनी करते हैं, सूरज की नस्लें हैं। उर्दू की उड़े खुशबू, ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू, ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू, ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू, ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू। जो दाना गुजरे थे इस ज़मीं से, जो दाना गुजरे थे इस ज़मीं से, वो इल्म के बीज बो गए हैं। बड़े हुए जब पौधे बढ़ के, हमारे कद ऊंचे हो गए हैं। हम चांद की पेशानी जब छू के निकलते, कायनात में है पाँव और मार्स पे चलते हैं। उर्दू की उड़े खुशबू, ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू, 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 ज़बान उर्दू का आशिया है, ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू।
उम्मीद है कि तमाम मेहमान तराने से लुत्फानंदोज हुए हों और मेज़बान आने वाले वक्त के लिए पुरजोश हुए हों। मैं ये बात तो बताना भूल ही गई कि तराने को खूबसूरत अल्फाज में पिरोया है मशहूर शायर गुलजार साहब ने, और मौसीकी है विशाल भारद्वाज की, खूबसूरत आवाज़ें हैं मशहूर गायक सुखविंदर सिंह और रेखा भारद्वाज की। अब डॉक्टर सैयद इम्तियाज हसन सर से गुजारिश है कि वो आएं और इस्तकबालिया तकरीर करें।
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मिल जाए तुझको दरिया तो समंदर तलाश कर। हर शीशा टूट जाता है पत्थर की चोट से, हर शीशा टूट जाता है पत्थर की चोट से, पत्थर ही टूट जाए वो शीशा तलाश कर। प्रोफेसर SM रहमतुल्लाह साहब, Honorable Vice Chancellor in Charge, Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Chairman of the session, Professor Abdul Qayyum Ansari Sahab, Chief Guest of the session, Professor Abdul Wahid Sahab, Dean School of Technology, Professor Malik Yusuf Sahab, Keynote Speaker, Professor Siddiqui Muhammad Mahmood Sahab, Registrar in Charge MANUU, Dr. Pradeep Kumar Sahab, Conference Convener, Ustaz Ikram, Muqarrarin, participants, delegates, और तालिब इल्म, अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। Peace be upon you. मैं आप सभी लोगों का डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ कंप्यूटर साइंस एंड इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी के जानिब से और बज़ाते खुद इस 2 रोज़ा नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑन कंप्यूटेशनल मेथड, डेटा साइंस एंड एप्लीकेशंस, जिसका एहतमाम डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ कंप्यूटर साइंस एंड इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, स्कूल ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी, मौलाना आज़ाद नेशनल उर्दू यूनिवर्सिटी की जानिब से किया गया है, पुरखुलूस खैर मकदम और इस्तकबाल करता हूँ। साइंस इल्म की वो शाख है जो मादी दुनिया से मुताल्लिक़ है। अल्लाह ताला ने कायनात के हर मादे को मखसूस बुनियादी खुसूसियात अदा की हैं। जब इस तरह की वजूहात से मिलते जुलते वाक़यात, जब एक तरह के वाक़यात हम बार बार मुशाहदा करते हैं, تو سائنٹسٹ اس کی وضاحت کرنے کی کوشش کرتے ہیں. جب ہم زمین کی تخلیق، رات اور دن کی رد و بدل، بحری جہازوں کا سفر، بارش، جانوروں اور پیڑ پودوں کو زمین میں پھیلے ہوئے زمین میں پیڑ پودے، ہواؤں، بادلوں کو دیکھتے ہیں، then we see the sign. We reason then and try to apply in real life. Science may be described as an attempt to give good account of pattern in nature. The result of scientific investigation is an understanding of natural process. سائنٹسٹ نے پرندوں کی پرواز کا مشاہدہ کیا اور طیارے ایجاد کر دیے. وین کو دیکھ کر سبمرین کا ایجاد کیا گیا. کنگ فشر کو دیکھ کر بلیٹ ٹرین کا ایجاد ہوا. بیٹس اور ڈولفن ایکو لوکیشن یوز کرتے ہیں. اس کے ہلو
جی شروع کریے آپ.
جی، سر اساک نیوٹن نے گریویٹیشن لا کا ایجاد کیا ایک گرتے ہوئے سیب کو پیڑ سے دیکھ کر. سو نیچر انسپائرس us. Science investigate, help us to understand the pattern. Technology design and manufacture devices. And with the help of design devices, we discern unnoticed natural pattern. So یہ ایک طرح کا سائیکل ہے. ہم نئی چیزوں کا ایجاد کرتے ہیں، مشاہدہ کرتے ہیں، پھر ہم ایجاد کرتے ہیں، پھر اور نئی چیزوں کا مشاہدہ کرتے ہیں. This continuation is the key point for swimming in the sea of knowledge of the Almighty Allah. So what is the ultimate gain? اس سے ہمیں فائدہ کیا ہوتا ہے؟ Things get simpler. چیزیں آسان ہوتی ہیں. A lot of progress has been done in the domain of computer science for the purpose of simplicity. This is not a short time work, and credit does not go to single person for all of these advancements in the research of science and technology. The inventions in the communication system is one of such example where we are able to communicate sitting at our home and in this pandemic situation. Data science leads to simplicity. Data science leads to simplicity. As a data scientist, our job is to extract signal from noise. In fact, now data is new science that also explores the applications of the nature-inspired algorithm such as machine learning based on idea of human learning, artificial neural network based on neuron in biological brain, genetic algorithms based on idea of natural selection and genetics. Keeping this fact in the mind, Department of Computer Science and IT, Maulana Azad National Urdu University has organized this conference and welcome you all again in the second National Conference on Computational Methods, Data Science and Applications. The purpose is to explore the advancements that lead to turn data into insight. علم حاصل کریں یہ ضروری ہے لیکن علم حاصل کریں یہ ضروری ہے لیکن علم سے کچھ حاصل بھی کریں، علم سے کچھ حاصل بھی کریں یہ انتہائی ضروری ہے. آپ لوگوں کا خیر مقدم علم اور حکمت کے اس کانفرنس میں. تھینک یو اینڈ جزاک اللہ خیر.
شکریہ سر. شکریہ سر، آپ نے کائنات کی فطرت اور کچھ نمونوں کے اتنے بہترین مثالیں دی ہیں. مجھے امید ہے کہ سب کو بہت پسند آئی ہوں گی اور ہماری ڈگنیٹریز اور حاضرین کا بہت اچھا استقبال ہو گیا ہے. اب ڈاکٹر پردیپ کمار سر کانفرنس کنوینر سے یہ درخواست ہے کہ وہ کانفرنس کی رپورٹ پیش کریں.
मैं माजरत चाहूंगा अपने होस्ट से, पहले मैं कॉन्फ्रेंस को इंट्रोड्यूस कर लूं, फिर रिपोर्ट शायद हम कल करेंगे. सो विद दिस apology, the honorable vice chancellor in charge, Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Hyderabad, Janab Professor SM Rahmatullah Sahab, our respected chief guest for this inaugural ceremony, Professor Abdul Qayyum Ansari sir, the Faculty of Engineering, Department of Electrical Engineering from Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. Our respected keynote speaker, Professor Malik Yusuf, the head of the Galilee Digital Health Research Center, Zifat Academic College, Department of Information System, Palestine. Our respected registrar in charge, Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Professor Siddiqui Mohammad Mahmood Sahab. Our respected Dean, School of Technology, Professor Abdul Wahid sir. Our head of the department, Dr. Imtiaz Hassan Sahab. All the respective deans of the schools, heads of the department, the CIT director, Janab Professor Abdul Wahid and his entire team, Director IMC, Mr. Rizwan Sahab and his entire team, learned faculty members, distinguished guests, the participants, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to one and all present here. At the outset of this organizing committee, including my personal behalf, I extend a very affectionate and cordial welcome to one and all present this morning to present with us. About the conference, this is indeed my proud privilege to announce today's National Conference on Computational Methods, Data Science and Applications in virtual mode, organized by the Department of Computer Science and Information Technology at Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Hyderabad. The objective of this virtual conference is to provide a forum for researchers and professionals from the academia and industry both to exchange the latest trends, innovations, and research advancement in the field of communication and information technology. The conference will provide an equal opportunity to the participants to exchange and explore new dimensions and identify the emerging research topics as well as the future directions in the broad domain of IT, communication, big data analytics, and other allied fields. Friends, during this pandemic situation, when almost everything went down across the country due to this COVID-19 situation, the technology only has prevailed to be the game changer in resolving economic and social issues across the globe and for the entire nation. And just because of that, here we stand before you today this morning while addressing you. To keep the pace with fast growing and changing technology through this virtual conference, we target to be a flagship in the field of computational methods, data science, and information science. Data-driven intelligence analysis is an important emerging paradigm for computing in areas including Internet of Things, sensor networks, telecommunication, healthcare, cloud computing, and other social services. Technological change reshaping growth will only intensify as artificial intelligence, advanced robotics, and cyber physical systems take the digital revolution to another level. We may be on the cusp of what has been termed the fourth industrial revolution, 4IR, and globalization is going increasingly digital, a transformation that analogs to globalization 4.0. This conference will provide a premier forum that brings together researchers, industry practitioners, as well as potential users of data science, big data analytics, to promote collaboration and exchange of ideas and practices, discuss new opportunities, and investigate the best actionable framework for wide range of applications. This today event covers all information science related areas including artificial intelligence, statistical and mathematical modeling, machine learning, data and business analytics, data mining and knowledge discovery, information storage, retrieval and searching, privacy and security with practices, tools and evaluation. Friends, I'm sure that the discussions and the deliberation of this 2 days event will explore and provide a new dimension and potential platform to all the faculty, research scholars, and take to the next level of academic excellence in the days to come. With these few words, I take your leave and wish you all the participants, ladies and gentlemen, and all the guests, a very happy, healthy, and safe stay at home and enjoy this unique experience with virtual gathering at MANUU. Look forward to see you soon, somewhere, sometimes. Thank you so much. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. जय हिंद, जय भारत. Thank you.
शुक्रिया सर. इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के इनेकाद में आपका और हमारी टीम का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया और नेक तमन्नाएं. अब मैं दावत देती हूँ प्रोफेसर अब्दुल वाहिद, डीन स्कूल ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी, कि वो आए और हमारे स्कूल और डिपार्टमेंट पर की कारकर्दगियों पर कुछ रोशनी डालें.
थैंक्स फरिया. प्रोफेसर एसएम रहमतुल्लाह साहब, ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर इंचार्ज मानू and chair of the session, Professor Abdul Qayyum Ansari Sahab, chief guest of the session, Professor Siddiqui Muhammad Mahmood Sahab, registrar in charge MANUU, Dr. Yusuf Sahab, keynote speaker, Dr. S. Imtiaz Hassan Sahab, head of the department CS and IT MANUU, Dr. Pradeep Kumar, convener of the conference, respected colleagues and dear students, Adab, good morning. I welcome you all in this conference. School of Technology, formerly it was School of Computer Science and Information Technology, is very young school, was established in year 2014 with the objective to create a congenial environment for inspiring young minds and technocrats. Computer Science and Information Technology is a department under this school, and in addition to 5 polytechnics are there located at various parts of the country: in Hyderabad, in Bangalore, in Darbhanga, in Bihar, Kadapa, Andhra Pradesh, and Cuttack, Odisha. The main objective of the department is to impart quality education in the field of computer science and other digital technologies, and also to provide a mix of course with a truly interdisciplinary grouping of subjects that contributes to produce skilled manpower of the quality standard. Research and development is an integral part of the academic activities in the department. In order to promote research and development activities and setting up the Center for Excellence, the new building of the Computer Science and Information Technology has been constructed recently. Initially, the department was established with one postgraduate diploma in information technology in the year 2006. Thereafter, Master of Computer Application program was started in year 2012 with the aim to develop core competency in computer science and prepare the student to carry out development as well as take up challenges in research. In year 2013, department introduced BTech Computer Science, BTech program in Computer Science, keeping in view to strengthen industry institute linkage program. The department initiated for the approval of AICT for the BTech program from year 2015. To enhance academic ambience and research expertise, the department was started PhD program in year 2013 and MTech program in year 2015. The beauty and backbone of the department is its state-of-art infrastructure, its dedicated team of 24 faculty members and staff members, approximately 380 students and scholars, PhD scholars, our alumni, those who are engaged in various multinational companies and government departments. And behind to all this, the major support of our university administration. In fact, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Registrar, and other officers in administration at the front. Thank you and welcome once again all dignitaries and participants. Thank you.
यही रखते हैं सहर इल्म की हर राह को रोशन, हमें मंजिल पे पहुंचाकर ये कितने शाद होते हैं। शुक्रिया सर। बेशक इस डिपार्टमेंट के उरूज में हमारे सब खैरख्वाहों और आपका बहुत अहम किरदार रहा है। अब मैं दावत देती हूँ प्रोफेसर सिद्दीकी मोहम्मद महमूद साहब को कि वो इस यूनिवर्सिटी के बारे में कुछ बताएं और अपने नायाब अल्फाज से हमें नवाजें।
Thank you, Ms. Host, for providing me this wonderful opportunity. I'm highly grateful to the School of Technology and the Department of CS and IT for inviting me to this particular session. I feel fascinated to address Professor S.M. Rahmatullah Sahab, Honorable In Charge Vice Chancellor, Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Professor Abdul Wahid Sahab, Dean Technology, Professor Abdul Qayyum Ansari Sahab, the Chief Guest, Professor Malik Yusuf Sahab, the keynote speaker for the session, Dr. Syed Imtiaz Hassan Sahab, Head of the Department of Computer Science and Information Technology, Dr. Pradeep Kumar Sahab, my friend and conference convener. Indeed, a very wonderful opportunity has been provided to me to introduce this wonderful university named Maulana Azad National Urdu University. First of all, I would like to start with its mandate. The mandate of the university includes 4 points. First one is to promote and develop the Urdu language. The second one is to impart education and training in vocational and technical subjects through the medium of Urdu. Third one, to provide wider access to people desirous of pursuing programs of higher education in Urdu medium through teaching on the campus as well as through distance mode. And the fourth one is to focus on women education. With this mandate, the university came into being in the year 1998 by an act of parliament under the leadership of then Prime Minister of India, Bharat Ratna Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji sir. I'm very glad to share with you that in order to achieve this mandate, the university has established different schools, departments, centers, and directorates. Mainly, I would like to mention a few schools. We have the School of Languages, we have the School of Social Sciences, a School of Education and Training, a School of Sciences, a School of Technology, a School of Commerce and Management, and School of Mass Communication and Journalism. Now, in the beginning, I used a word like wonderful university. What makes this university wonderful? First point is Urdu as a medium of instruction and medium of examination, starting from school education to higher education, including vocational and technical education. Urdu medium is the main focus. The second one is this university, by the act of the parliament itself, has got national jurisdiction. I think excluding Indira Gandhi National Open University, there is no other university which has got such a vast jurisdiction. Now, this university distinguishes from IGNOU also, because IGNOU runs only distance mode programs, whereas this university is a double mode university. We have regular programs as well as distance mode programs. Then we start with school education. We have 3 different model schools, and we provide education not only up to PG level, but also MPhil and PhD programs. Now, the MPhil programs have been stopped as per the guidelines of the UGC. So Another important feature of this university, as I have already shared, is its focus on women education. Now, today's conference, this conference has been organized by the Department of CS&IT, that is Computer Science and Information Technology, and the School of Technology. And a very unique theme has been selected, for which I would like to congratulate the head of the department, the Dean, the School of Technology, as well as the conference convener and the whole of the team of CS&IT. The most important theme is computational method, data science, and application. As we all well aware that this particular 21st century, we emerged in this century with the advancement in computer science, with the advancement in internet and all that. Now the situation has come wherein even the human beings have been recognized with their numbers. So this particular data science has emerged as one of the most significant field in the modern times. As we all know very well, that this is related with quantitative research. As far as quantitative research is concerned, it provides us convenience, it provides us objectivity, it provides us the facility of prediction about the future, and it eases in generalization. There are so many other advantages of what do you call as quantitative research. But as we all know very well, that these advantages are at their place. But while using what is called as data science, we should also not ignore what is called as qualitative research. And in modern times, it has been proved that a blend of the two, that is the quantitative research and qualitative research, is the best option. With these words, I wish all the best for the grand success of this national conference to our Department of CS&IT and our School of Technology, and to all the participants and delegates. I welcome the chief guest and the keynote speaker for this particular session, and also the chairperson of this session, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Maulana Azad National University. Thank you one and all. Jazakumullah.
बेहद शुक्रिया सर आपके अल्फाज का और आपकी पुरजोश तकरीर का। अब मैं दरख्वास्त देती हूँ खालिदा मैम से कि वो हमारे कीनोट स्पीकर का तारुफ और उनका इस्तकबाल करें।
Thank you, Fariha. Respected dignitaries, Professor S.M. Rahmatullah sir, Professor Abdul Qayyum Ansari sir, Professor Abdul Wahid sir, Professor Malik Yusuf sir, Professor Siddiqui Muhammad Mahmood sir, Dr. Syed Imtiaz Hassan sir, Dr. Pradeep Kumar sir, my colleagues and all the participants, a very good morning to all. It is my great pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, Professor Malik Yusuf sir. Professor Malik Yusuf sir is the head of the Galili Center for Digital Health Research, Zefat Academic College. His general research interest encompasses the development of novel bioinformatics-based machine learning techniques to resolve problems in bioinformatics or computational biology and text classification. He is interested in applying these computational tools to the analysis of complex and varied biomedical data in order to establish gene-based diagnostic tests and therapeutic strategies for improving public health by helping to understand the genetic foundation of diseases. These discoveries will further enable the development of unifying global perspectives and principles in biology that can be applied to the advancement of medical research. His postdoctoral work at the Wistar Institute Cancer Center provided him with the opportunity to work with a number of research groups on clinical projects ranging from the development of cancer diagnostics and identifying potential targets to studies on infectious diseases, including extensive collaboration with investigators working on HIV. During this time, he also developed a research program focused on identifying miRNAs and their targets. Within bioinformatics or computational biology, his present research can be divided into four basic domains: developing computational tools and novel algorithms for gene expression datasets, developing computational tools and novel algorithms for microRNA and target identification, developing novel classification algorithms based ensemble clustering, and developing text classification based topics ranking, especially biomedical text topics based machine learning. Today, he is delivering lecture on the topic multi-bio-GS, biological multi-data integration approach based on machine learning. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation. It is my privilege to invite Professor Malik Yusuf, sir, to start the session. Professor Malik Yusuf, sir.
यूसुफ साहब शायद आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही।
Okay, sorry. Do you hear me?
Yeah, now.
Okay, sorry for that. So I will repeat myself. So Assalamu alaikum. I would like I am happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me as a keynote. And also I would like to thank my friend Dr. Khalid Raza to introduce me to this nice university. I'm so happy to be here. And I'm so delighted to hear about your activity in research and teaching. And also I went to the university to Google it somehow and get some information. I'm so proud to be part of this interesting conference. So my talk actually will be about a very recent study about integration. And integration is a concept that you can also use it in different data. But I was doing some research for a long time in gene expression and biological data. So I will present this approach in biological data, but mainly this approach could be also integrated in textual data and another kind of data. So you can take this idea and go ahead and apply it in different approaches. And I will also be happy in the end. Anyway, I will be leaving because I have some classes to teach, but I will be happy to be in connection with you guys and think about some collaboration. Actually, I have established mainly two groups for research, the Khayyam Research Group, and also the Zifat Abdullah Gül University. I have very good connection with Abdullah Gül University from Turkey, where actually I interact with Dr. Borjo and her student in order to develop.
Increase your volume, sir.
Again?
Sir, please increase your volume.
I will try because maybe it's an internet connection. So I was telling you that I have this connection research group with Turkey, Zifat Abdullah Gül University, and also with the Khayyam University group, and we are doing some research together. So the main thing that I'm trying to develop for a long time is integrative model. And for that reason, actually, me and my colleague, Abishka Kumar, Borjo Bakir, Abishka also from India, actually we wrote this review. I invite you also to read it carefully. It's about application of biological domain knowledge based feature selection on gene expression data. And actually it's published in Entropy. It's for open resources. So actually I will tell you the input of our data is gene expression. So for simplicity, what does mean gene expression? For guys that did not deal with this kind of data, it's a matrix of numbers that you have in the rows, the genes. It could be any features, and the column are the sample, and the sample could be divided into two groups, cancer and healthy. So the question among these 30,000 genes, how we can find the biomarker that actually responsible of this specific cancer or specific disease. So this is a very challenging problem that we try to develop different approaches in order to deal with this kind of data. So the input to my algorithm is gene expression. So actually, the output in the end, it should be something like that, a set of significant genes, as you see in this.
Sir, sorry for interruption. Sir, can you please share your screen?
Now?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Please go ahead, sir.
Okay. So I was telling you that actually the last, actually this is the gene expression data. This is the input to my tools. And this is actually the review that I would suggest to you to read it. And if we start to think about collaboration, it will be the start point for this paper. And the end, actually, we are looking to find the most significant genes that can actually distinguish the two groups. For example, ALL and MLL, this is a group of disease and leukemia or whatever. And the end, we try to find the most significant genes in this way. So the merit of this approach that we are trying to develop is that most of the existing feature selection approaches in machine learning, they actually borrowed from the field of computer science and statistical approaches, but they did not consider the biological domain knowledge. So they just took the current approaches from machine learning and they apply it somehow in their data. But our approach, and actually the traditional approach was something like that. You apply different data pre-processing, perform some machine learning, maybe they perform some feature selection, LDA, PDA, support vector machine, and all these nicely data analysis approaches. And in the end, there is a set of genes, significant genes. And then they took this list and they go to some database in order to map it and get some biological information. Our approach is different. Our approach is how we can integrate these two things into machine learning. This is the challenge thing to do. How we can integrate all this biological information into one system or integrate different gene expression data into one approach. So the main idea is to do something like that. You have as input gene expression that consists from samples and gene expression. And you have some biological information like microRNA target, KIG pathway, disease information, SNPs, methylation, user, and also a user can provide some information here. So the question how we can use this information integrated into machine learning approach and actually suggest a new solution to this very interesting approach. Actually, we did that and we developed many biological information approaches in order to perform that. So the idea is to use the biological information to group the genes. And then the question how we can rank this group. So the idea is actually I will just skip this machine learning approach because I don't have enough time. So the idea is something like that. This is the generic approach that you have a gene expression data, you have a grouping function relying in the biological information. Then we use this machine learning approach in order, actually, this is the grouping function in order to put the genes into groups. And then we use the biological information to group the genes into groups, and then we rank each group. What does it mean to rank each group? We would like to see this group individually, how they can separate the two classification data. And this is actually was the generical approach that we have embedded in different data sets. So the idea, what does it mean to group? So actually you have some information, biological information that say this is microRNA is targeted by this set of genes. And this is actually the groups. You see the column microRNA is the groups. And if you are not familiar with this concept, that's fine, don't worry. And you have here the set of features. If you are familiar with machine learning and data set, actually this is the features. So the thing how we can group and rank the component or the groups. What we have done, something like that. Now we present the data just using this set of genes. And we call it create subdata. And if you look to this data here, let me just make some annotation. So this is actually a subdata of the original data that just consists from this set of genes. And this is another subdata actually that consists just from the different genes that are actually associated with a specific group, and so on and so on. And then how we can use this subdata in order to rank. Actually, the main thing that we try to do to rank these groups. This is the groups. So what we have done actually is, in the end, is to use this subdata, feed it into machine learning, repeat it R times, and then we have a score. That means just using this set of genes, how we able to distinguish the two data sets that we have. And in the end, according to, we repeat this process R times, and we apply some machine learning, partition the data into training testing, and we apply decision tree, random forest, vector machine, whatever. And in the end, we have some a score that telling us the performance of this data or subdata using a set of genes. And in this way, actually, we get some ranks to each subdata. So the ranks now, actually for this specific group, can tell me and predict how this a set of genes are important to distinguish the two data sets. So I will not go deeply to the generic approach. You can read it from different paper that actually we have developed the long time. Actually, our approach can be divided into three groups. The group genes based on biological knowledge. So we develop 1, 2, 3 approaches, and also are available over my website and GitHub. I will show you in the end, toward the end of my talk. And other, we use the group genes based in other biological database, like MATI, Cognate. These two tools are published, and also recently we published also MIR-CorrectNet. And MIR-CorrectNet actually integrate two different omics data together. So this actually, we categorize 3 approaches of biological grouping and integration. And all these tools that they are in white, they are actually published. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 a published article in this, and the other are actually is under development. So actually, if you look to the progress of all these tools, we start by 2007, and just recently I need to update the 2021 actually MIR-CorrectNet, and this one actually was just published in PeerJ, and Cognate also was published in PeerJ, and this is the most recent approaches that are relying in biological feature selection. If you see the time, okay. So the first algorithm that we have done actually is called recursive cluster elimination, where actually we cluster the genes, we group the genes according to some using based in clustering approach k-means. And we apply the k-means into the genes, not in the sample. And then we have a set of clusters. And now this is the grouping. So as you said, as I said before, we have different approaches how we can actually group the genes using biological knowledge as BMRCE. And actually the biological knowledge here was that we use that genes that they are similar, they are interact with each other, they are actually have some correlation. And we use k-means in order to put the genes into groups. And then we actually apply the same approach to rank each groups that consist from these different or set of genes. And we repeat that again, remove the weaker clusters, and we'll go back and cluster again and again. Actually, this was the first approach that we suggest the integration or in BMC bioinformatics. Actually, this was the very start point of our approach. And then actually we developed more approaches using, for example, cluster gene using GXNA, which is actually, we put the genes into network and so on, because I have some difficulty in time. And also MATI is another approach that we actually put the genes according to using mere base. So this is the second part, the second kind of integrative approach, that we use a biological database in order to group the genes. And also we develop what we call MATI, which has actually rely in target, microRNA target. And this study was also published in Bioinformatics. It's a very good journal in our field. And according to that, actually, we also suggest another approach, which is called CogNet, where we actually use the KigNet pathway in order to group the genes. And also, this is another study that published in CogNet in PeerJ. And the recent approach, the last one, was actually is MirCorrectNet. It just was published just recently, where we actually use the third kind of integrative two data set. If you look here, actually, we are applying two data sets. This is the microRNA, and this is the gene expression. So this is the third kind of integrative, where actually use multi-omics data in order to group the genes into groups. And then we have this group, and then we actually rank these two groups together. So actually, I just show you briefly how we use three kind of integrative and grouping approach in order to use the current data set or biological information in order to group and rank and actually suggest a new powerful biological approach in these things. Actually, we are invited to read our publication. And also I start a project, it should be finalized soon with Apishka Kumar and his student Ayushman, actually both of them from India. And actually we did some very interesting approach where we use the disease information in order to put the genes and to group the genes together. This is also another study. And there is a different couple of projects with Abdullah Gul University where we do some optimization, do by MirCorrectNet M3, and this is the second approach of MirCorrect using gene ontology. And also we are doing some text net topics and using KIG pathway, and also in some work in metagenomics with Anas Naddafi from Turkey. And actually, this is another ongoing project with Apishka and the Khayyam project. And also I did a lot of work with Jens and Luis and other researchers. So all this stuff are actually available from my homepage. You can access it from here and also from GitHub. And also the code is available for free. You can use it, and the paper, you can read it. And in the end, actually, I will be happy to think with you and find some collaboration with your institute. Because of lack of time, I'm suppose I did it very fast, and thank you very much.
बेहद शुक्रिया सर, आपकी तकरीर का मौजू मुनासिब रहा है कोविड-19 की तहकीक के हिसाब से। उम्मीद है कि हाजरीन को बहुत पसंद आया हो और हमारे डिपार्टमेंट के रिसर्चर्स को इन अल्फाज या इनकी तकरीर, सर की तकरीर से कुछ तहकीक के मसाइल को पहचान पाए हों। शुक्रिया सर। अब मैं गुजारिश करती हूँ डॉक्टर सैयद इम्तियाज हसन सर से कि वो मेहमान खुसूसी को इस हाजरीन से मुतारिफ करवाएं और उनका इस्तकबाल करें।
Assalamu alaikum. I find immense pleasure in introducing our chief guest, Professor Abdul Qayyum Ansari Sahab, who has been working as a professor in a Department of Electrical Engineering, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. He has graduated from AMU Aligarh, taken MTech degree from IIT Delhi, and PhD from Jamia Millia Islamia itself. He is having more than 35 years of experience in the field of academic and research. He has been associated with prestigious eminent institutions like Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi, Jamia Hamdard, New Delhi, King Khalid University, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He has also discharged various administrative duties, such as head of the department and dean of the school. Professor A.Q. Ansari Sahab is an astute performer with proven expertise in devising and effectuating programs and policies. He is a stickler for quality, team builder to the core, and natural motivator with perseverance and integrity. He commands excellent communication skills that have been honed through interacting with the people of national and international levels. He is popular among his students for excellent content delivery, clarity of presentations, and extraordinary punctuality and discipline. His research contributions are in the area of high electron mobility devices and circuits, fractional order components and circuits, network on chips, EBG structures and microwave devices, and fuzzy logic and its variants. His mathematical formulation for the fuzzification of intuitionist fuzzy sets have been widely appreciated. He has undertaken several prestigious research and consultancy assignments. Having completed 3 R&D major research projects, he has got hands-on experience of providing consultancy to one of the leading system integration company of India, Onyx Electronics, dealing in installation and maintenance of traffic signals in the major city of the country. Professor Ansari Sahab has successfully guided many PhDs, MTechs, dissertations, and several BTech, BE, MC, and BCA projects, and has produced excellent results with proven record through 2 patent applications, 58 peer-reviewed international journals, 1 book each written in and edited, 12 book chapters, and 90 peer-reviewed international conference papers. He also worked as a guest editor of the International Journal of Embedded Systems, especially its issues on emerging trends in on-chip communications, published by Science Switzerland. Professor Ansari has many firsts to his credit in Jamia. He is the first person to have applied for the patent in the name of Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi, in the year 2011. He was the one who established the IEEE students branch in Jamia in year 1992 and works as a founder counselor for 7 long years. He also established the student chapters of IETE and ISTE in the Jamia in the year 1990 and 1994 respectively. Professor Ansari is a senior member of IEEE, fellow and chartered engineer of the Institution of Engineers India and ITE. He is the recipient of the Rajaram Bapu Patil National Award for the Promising Engineering Teacher for creative work done in the Technical Institution for the year 2011, awarded by the Indian Society for Technical Education, New Delhi. We are really thankful to him for taking the time out of his busy schedule and accepted our invitation as a chief guest. The presence of such a personality in this conference is a blessing. We hope that we will be able to seek a little guidance and imbibe something from his thoughts. I request Sir to enlighten the audience with his precious words. Sir, please.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm really moved by your elaborate introduction and your kind words. There may not have been any better Monday morning than today's one, wherein I am able to listen to many young persons who have been doing well in their respective fields, especially in the fields of computer science and information technology. So this is a great opportunity. Honorable Vice Chancellor of Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Professor SM Rahmatullah Sahab, Dean of the School of Technology, Registrar of the University, keynote speaker, conveners and coordinators, participants of the conference, faculty members, and dear students. It is a great pleasure to be virtually connected to you here at 2 days National Conference on Computational Methods, Data Science and Applications, being hosted by the Department of Computer Science and Information Technology of Maulana Azad National Urdu University. It's an absolute honor to be here today. I would like to thank the Dean of the School of Technology for inviting me as the chief guest at the inaugural function of this important conference. Ladies and gentlemen, the world has been passing through a very difficult phase, and the entire humanity has been negotiating peace and succor in the midst of a global crisis, finding effective solutions to solve the problems and encouraging cooperation even amongst the hostile countries. There has not been any distinct demarcation between the friends and the foes globally these days in order to meet the challenges of the global pandemic. We live in a world that is being reordered in every respect, politically, economically, security-wise, business-wise, socially, technologically, and ecologically. It is a world of complexities and extreme competition, where there are battles for dominance and survival. The information technology and its adequate and smart application by our country would decide about how well we are going to fare in this global competitiveness. What tools do we use to find a place for India in the challenging future? It will also depend on our outlook, and it must be one of optimism. We must be well informed on one hand and be positive on the other as we view the new world unfolding before our eyes. Once Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said, "Think like experts and act like pioneers and innovators." This is precisely what India has to offer the world, a way of life and sustainable well-being that has been perpetually taught to us by our medieval and modern leaders like Swami Vivekananda, Pandit Nehru, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Vikram Sarabhai, Satish Dhawan, APJ Abdul Kalam, and many others. The Industrial Revolution, which Pradeep talked about, in the world started in the early 18th century. The first industrial revolution used water and steam power to mechanize the production. The second used electric power to create mass production. India had missed both of those industrial revolutions. We were not able to catch up with these two industrial revolutions primarily because of the lack of skilled manpower and adequate resources. When the third revolution, the third industrial revolution came, which used electronics and information technology to automate the industrial production, it occurred to the minds of the scientists and engineers of our country who committed themselves to prepare well for that revolution that has to happen for the people. We were fondly remembering at that time the computer scientists. And if you recall the contribution of Professor V. Rajarandan, who is very fondly considered as the father of computer science in India, who was at that time serving as a professor of electrical engineering at IIT Kanpur. He has been presently occupying a chair position at IISc Bangalore. He was the person who could guess the requirement of the third industrial revolution. And he then talked to the Prime Minister of that time, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, and he proposed to start such a program that would make use of the information technology and will equip our graduates so that they can be, application oriented. He thought that only the engineering programs may not be sufficient to put the information technology and the communication technology to its best of the use. And therefore, he wanted to prepare the young minds to effectively utilize the power of computers and talk to the prime minister in that sense. And he proposed to start a countrywide program for the graduates who have some mathematical knowledge and have the ability of logical thinking. Those graduates would be extensively trained for computer applications, and the program was given a name, Master of Computer Applications, MCA. As a result, we were not only able to catch up with the industrial revolution and the IT revolution that came, but we could even become the leader of the IT revolution. We know that a big number of pioneering computer scientists across the world is Indians. And such is the power of keeping abreast with the latest knowledge that is in the offing. And that was the vision of Professor V. Rajaraman. I would tell you a story about V. Rajaraman. You know that he wrote the fundamentals of computers. And even before that, he had written about the analog and digital computers, the very first book on the computational sciences. Once we met at one of the conferences, I inquired from him, sir, you wrote a book on fundamentals of computers, and then you wrote another book, the Introduction to Information Technology. And I asked him, why the need of writing two different books? And so he jokingly replied that I wrote these two books so that Professor Ansari could understand the difference between computer science and information technology. We have been, always a disadvantage of understanding these finer aspects of these two streams of engineering. The power of MCA program was eventually diminished because of the fact that most of the engineering graduates, irrespective of their areas of study, they tried to make the programming and the computing as their primary skill. And the TCS went as far as appointing people from the textile engineering departments also for them. So that is how the MCA got the devalued, and some of the institutions now have started closing those programs because of the lack of intake. But that was primarily the program which could make India proud in the entire international scenario. Friends, today's theme of the conference is computational methods, data science, and applications. The evolution of data science has changed the entire paradigm of the computational methods. We started our computations with the data as numbers, and then the numbers became fuzzy and rough. As 5 and 6 are data as individual numbers, more or less 5 is also a data, which we never considered earlier. Approximately 5 is a data. About 5 to 6 is the data. Likewise, if x is a variable, then about x, more or less x, approximately x are also variables. If fx is a function, then about fx is also a function. Approximately fx is also a function, and we need to learn the computations with those variables. So earlier, as we computed with numbers, variables, and functions, we have started doing computation with linguistic variables, computation with words, etc. That has changed the entire paradigm of computational engineering. That is what has given rise to the development of powerful artificial intelligence as well, the AI. It's not that it was not there before. Even we at our graduate programs studied the artificial intelligence. But we used only Lisp and Prolog as our programming languages, which were not that powerful at that time. Now you've been using more powerful languages like Python, Java, C++, conclusion, etc. We had very less memory storage available at that time. But you have the advantage of having unlimited memory at your disposal in the form of grid and cloud. Relational databases like Oracle and R have made the AI applications even more powerful. Now, having said that, I would like to seek your attention towards being self-motivated in this competitive world of computer science and information technology. Friends, motivation comes from the very environment where one lives. In my opinion, self-motivation is the best motivation that we can afford. Especially in this time of pandemic, we need to be self-motivated. We need to be submissive to what we need to do. Last year, I had an opportunity to visit Erode, the birthplace of Srinivas Ramanujan. I also went to Namakkal, though I didn't have any work in Namakkal, but I visited Namakkal, where the temple of goddess Mahalakshmi is situated. Ramanujan, it is said to have derived all his inspiration from there, and he used to write on the floors of the temple to express his mathematical formulas, and that he would imagine and invent. He looked to the goddess for inspiration in his work and said he dreamed of the blood drops that symbolized his concert, Narasimha. Later, he had visions of the scrolls of complex mathematical content unfolding before his eyes. He often said, an equation for me has no meaning unless it expresses a thought of God. So he could find the beauty of nature. He could find the presence of the Almighty even in the mathematical equations. That was the power of the self-motivation that he had to himself. Last year itself, I visited, before the pandemic, the Cambridge University. And at Cambridge, I could find an opportunity to see the legacy of Ramanujan and his associates, Dr. Hardy and Dr. Littlewood. I saw the descendant of the apple tree that Dr. Hassan talked about. And the descendant of the apple tree is still there at the door of the Trinity College at the Cambridge University, under which Newton could imagine the gravitational forces and gave a new dimension to the human life, after which the world was never the same again. There have been 34 Nobel Prizes from that single college, the Trinity College. But you know, the Nobel Prize started in the 20th century, while Newton and others were there in the 17th century itself. So we do not count those contributions in the Nobel, because those researches happened in the 16th century and even before that. Our Venkatraman Ramakrishnan is from that college only. Until recently, he was the chairman of the Royal Society of England, an honor that likes of Newton and others had enjoyed. Friends, we are the inheritors of such legacies that are sufficient to motivate us to become an outlier in our respective fields. I wish you to study the book by Malcolm Gladwell titled The Outlier. It teaches us how to become an outlier in the group or society where we live. Every individual should try to become an outlier. Being outlier means developing one such attribute and quality which is normally not found in the group we live. Venki Ramakrishnan himself is an outlier. You know, he is an Indian-born physicist and molecular biologist who was awarded the 2009 Nobel Prize for Chemistry. I mean, that is a combination. A person who was a physicist, teaches biology, and gets the Nobel in chemistry. I mean, the versatility of a study and the knowledge of a person could be imagined through this beautiful example. Being an outlier is primarily related to developing attributes and qualities in an individual as a human, as a scientist, or as a technocrat. Even the Washington Accord that the India has very fondly spined, and this is the 7th year that we have entered into the accord. It talks about the 12 attributes that every engineering graduate should inculcate in himself or herself by the end of the 4-year of graduate program. This is the core philosophy of the National Board of Accreditation these days, as to how much of those attributes are getting inculcated among the students through every course that they study and every curricular or extracurricular activities that they do. The teaching philosophy has changed. Earlier approach was the teacher-centric. Whatever we knew, we would teach our students. But now the paradigm has shifted. We are supposed to teach to the students what they need, what the industry needs, even if we do not have much of the knowledge about the topic that we need to teach. So this teaching process, the teaching learning process now has become student-centric and shifted from being the teacher-centric. That is, we need to teach whatever the need of the students and industry is. This is the paradigm shift in the teaching learning approach. The outcome-based education of the National Board of Accreditation also precisely demands the same thing. The expert committee visits of NBA happen exactly with the same philosophy in mind. I think I have talked enough. Now I take the opportunity to congratulate the organizers of this national conference and once again thank them for inviting me for this interaction. So to end this, I would say, realize your potential of what you can do in life, because what you can do in life is only what you know. Make this country proud, make yourself proud, make your society proud. So with that, best of luck with whatever you want to do in life. But as I said, please go ahead and do what you love is the best mantra for us today. Do it with crazy amount of passion and make India proud. I wish the organizing committee of this national conference all the very best. And once again, I thank the Vice Chancellor of Maulana Azad National Urdu University and the Dean of the School of Technology for providing me this opportunity to pour my heart out today afternoon. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Stay safe, stay blessed. Jai Hind.
शुक्रिया सर आपकी इस मालूमाती तकरीर के लिए। इंशाल्लाह हम उस किताब का जरूर मुतालिया करेंगे जिस किताब के बारे में आपने जिक्र किया है। सर आपने आपकी तकरीर से इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी रिसर्च की तरफ हमें मुतवज्जो किया और सर आपने तो साइंस और तालीमात की कई सारी मौज़ूआत पर बात की है। उम्मीद है कि हम सब ने इससे कुछ सीखा और आगे इस पर जरूर अमल करेंगे। अज़ीज़ सामीन, अब गुजारिश है प्रोफेसर एसएम रहमतुल्लाह साहब से कि वो सदारती तकरीर करें।
हेलो, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
जी
सर सुन रहे हैं।
So good afternoon to each and everybody. प्रोफेसर अब्दुल क़य्यूम अंसारी साहब जो कि हमारे चीफ गेस्ट हैं, प्रोफेसर मलिक यूसुफ साहब की नोट स्पीकर, प्रोफेसर सिद्दीकी मोहम्मद महमूद साहब, our registrar and dean School of Education and Training, Professor Wahid Sahab, Dean School of Technology, Dr. Syed Imtiaz Hassan Sahab, who is the head of the Department of CS and IT, Dr. Pradeep Kumar Sahab, who is the convener of this program. My colleagues, teaching and non-teaching, research scholars and students. First of all, let me convey my heartfelt thanks as well as congratulations to the Dean, HOD and the convener of this program, for not only coming forward to conduct a national conference, but also to conduct it on this burning topic. So congratulations and thanks to all of them. Thanks to our Registrar Sahab, who has introduced the university, and thanks to our Dean Sahab, who has introduced the school, and to our HOD, who has introduced the Department of CS and IT, and Dr. Pradeep Kumar Sahab, who has introduced the conference, the purpose, the objectives, and the mandate for, coming forward and being conducted this national conference of 2 days. And thanks to Professor Malik Yusuf Sahab, the keynote speaker, for giving a excellent lecture on, gene expression analysis. Though it's a purely technical topic, and he has tried to relate it to the present context also. And as has been rightly said, I think our scholars might have noted it, the importance of genes and the importance of, science and technology in this present context, more particularly in the context of COVID. And they will be working and they will try to, solve the issues that are there before, human beings all over the world. And my thanks are due to Professor Malik Yusuf Sahab also. And coming to Professor Abdul Ghani Sahab, Ansari Sahab, sir, we are grateful to you. You have, highlighted the importance of not only importance, but the difference that is there, that is generally not absorbed by us, the difference between computer science and information technology. And moreover, the efforts made in India from the beginning, for the development of not only computer science, but also information technology. And you have rightly said, and I too agree, and I appeal to our teachers and students and the, research scholars to, try to give their maximum potential and, so that the country will be proud upon all of us, so that we can make our country also to be proud. I think your words will motivate all of us, and we will, inshallah, work in that direction. Next, because, this conference is on, computational methods and database and, applications. I here would like to relate this topic with, National Education Policy 2020. The National Education Policy 2020, there is a much scope for, science and technology in that policy. As all of you know, this policy has talked about forming a National Education Technology Forum at the national level. And the main purpose of suggesting for the establishment of this National Education Technology Forum is, to make use of technology in all the higher educational institutions, in almost all the aspects of education. Right from giving notification, right from, making admissions, right from, marking attendance, right from movement of the files, and, right from faculty improvement programs, for each and every aspect, we have to make use of technology. And this National Educational Technology Forum will be useful for all the higher educational institutions in this regard. And I think to make use of technology and to, coordinate with National Educational Technology Forum, more particularly the higher education institutions, and more particularly the people dealing with technology should have knowledge compulsorily. They know the details about computational methods, data science, and application. Unless and until they have the full knowledge about these things, they cannot make use of technology in a right perspective. So far as this topic is concerned, my observation is that it's a must, because to understand and analyze the actual phenomena and to make predictions about the phenomena under different situations for better society, one should have the better knowledge of, computational methods, data science, and application. Unless and until this knowledge is not there, we cannot make use of the technology in a systematic way. And moreover, we cannot deal with the proposed, National Educational Technology Forum. So in this context also, the conference that is being conducted on this topic has got immense importance. I hope and believe that in the coming 2 days, including today, our participants, will interact on different aspects of this topic, and the outcome of this national conference will be useful not only to us but also to others also. आखिर में मैं एक बात और ये कहना चाहूँगा, इब्तिदा में जैसा कि फरीहा रशीद साहबा ने कहा, उनका एक जुमला मुझे बेहद मुतासिर किया। उन्होंने कहा कि बेशक तख्लीक पर तफक्कुर एक बेहतरीन इबादत है। मैं चाहूँगा कि इस जुमले पर तमाम अहबाब गौर फरमाएं, क्योंकि यहाँ लोगों को मोटिवेट करने के लिए तहकीक की जानिब, रिसर्च की जानिब, मैं समझता हूँ कि इससे बढ़कर कोई जुमला नहीं हो सकता। उन्होंने कहा कि बेशक तख्लीक पर तफक्कुर एक बेहतरीन इबादत है। तो जनरली हम जो मुख्तलिफ तहकीकात हैं उन पर नज़र तो डालते हैं, मगर तहकीक के नुक्ते नज़र से उन पर नज़र नहीं डालते, और ना ही उनमें जो मुख्तलिफ पहलू पोशीदा हैं जिनके तहत वो काम कर रहे हैं उनको हम जानने की कोशिश नहीं करते। जबकि ये जो जुमला है जो कि कलाम पाक की पेश नज़र जिसको अदा किया गया है उसके हवाले से ये बात कही गई है कि बेशक तख्लीक पर तफक्कुर एक बेहतरीन इबादत है। तो इस जुमले से मैं इत्तेफाक करते हुए, और फिर हमारे जो प्रोफेसर मलिक यूसुफ साहब, जिन्होंने बहुत ही स्पेसिफिक मौजू पर टेक्निकल बातों को जहां तक हो सके सिंप्लीफाई करते हुए हमारे सामने रखने की जो कोशिश की है, उनका बेहद शुक्रिया अदा करते हुए, उसी तरह प्रोफेसर अब्दुल क़य्यूम साहब का भी बेहद शुक्रिया अदा करते हुए, और उनके इस पैगाम से इत्तेफाक करते हुए कि हमको चाहिए कि हम हमारे जो अंदर पोटेंशियल है, जिसको हमको दिया गया है, जिससे हमको नवाजा गया है, उस पोटेंशियल का हम मैक्सिमम यूज करें, इस्तेफादा करें, और जिसकी बदौलत हम अब हमारे वतन अजीज हिंदुस्तान भारत को दुनिया के नक्शे पर फख्र करने के लायक बना सकें, और मजीद आगे उस सिमत में हम हमारे मुल्क के अजीज को ले जाएं, और न सिर्फ मुल्क बल्कि खुद अपने आप पर हमारे हम वतन साथी हमारे ऊपर भी नाज करें, फख्र करें, ये कैफियत भी हमें पैदा हो। इस मैसेज को जिसको प्रोफेसर अब्दुल गनी अंसारी साहब ने दिया है, मैं समझता हूँ इसको दिल से इस मैसेज को लगा लेना चाहिए, और फिर उसी सिमत में हमको काम करना चाहिए, ताकि हम so that we can ensure the versatile development of our mother India. तो लास्टली मैं मुबारकबाद पेश करते हुए तमाम जो ऑर्गेनाइजर्स हैं, बिलखुसूस डीन HOD और प्रदीप कुमार साहब और CSNIT का जो स्टाफ है, उन तमाम की खिदमत में मुबारकबाद पेश करते हुए इस उम्मीद के साथ कि आइंदा भी इस तरह के मुख्तलिफ मौज़ूआत पर, मुख्तलिफ टॉपिक्स पर इस तरह के कॉन्फ्रेंसेस, सेमिनार्स वगैरह मुनक्किद किए जाते रहेंगे। मैं अपनी बात को ख़त्म करना चाहूँगा इस बात की जानिब ख़ास तौर पर CSNIT के लोगों की तवज्जो मबजूल कराते हुए कि हमको हुकूमत हिंद ने जो नायाब नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 दी है, उस पॉलिसी के मुख्तलिफ पहलुओं को अमली शक्ल देने में ये जो स्कूल ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी है और डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ CSNIT है, इसका एक नुमाया रोल रहेगा। और उसके लिए इस डिपार्टमेंट को, इस स्कूल को हरदम तैयार रहना है ताकि वो ये जो नेशनल एजुकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी फोरम है, जब इसका क़याम अमल में आएगा, उससे राब्ता कायम करते हुए, उसकी रहनुमाई हासिल करते हुए ये जो हमारा इदारा मानू है, इसकी हमाजहत तरक्की के लिए हम सब मिलकर कोशिश करें। देखिए, इदाराजात जब तरक्की करते हैं तो इन तमाम इदाराजात की बदौलत मुल्क भी काफ़ी तरक्की करता है और हमारा अल्टीमेट मकसद जो है वो है हमारे वतन अजीज़ की तरक्की है। और इसके अलावा जो जो आलमी सतह पर जो इंसानियत के सामने जो मसाइल हैं, बैनुल अक़वामी सतह पर इंसानों के सामने, इंसानियत के सामने जो मसाइल हैं, उनको भी हम ये CSNIT का इस्तेफादा करते हुए, टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेफादा करते हुए हल करके दुनिया के सामने एक बेहतरीन मिसाल को कायम करें। इस उम्मीद के साथ इस मौके के लिए आप तमाम अहबाब का बेहद शुक्रिया अदा करते हुए मैं अपनी बात को ख़त्म करता हूँ। ऑल द बेस्ट। जय हिंद।
बेहद शुक्रिया VC सर। उम्मीद है अभी हाजरीन के ऊपर एक जोश की कैफियत तारी हो गई होगी। सर, NEP के बारे में जो आपके ख्यालात हैं सर, हमारी टीम बेशक तैयार है बिल्कुल आपके साथ में। आपकी सदारत में उम्मीद है कि हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी कई ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को NEP के तालीमात में इंटीग्रेट करेगी। सर, आपकी पुरजोश तकरीर के बाद मैं अब बुलाना चाहूंगी अरुंधति मैम को हादिया तशक्कुर के लिए।
थैंक यू।
जी सर, वेलकम सर।
शुक्रिया फरीहा। अस्सलाम वालेकुम, गुड मॉर्निंग, नमस्कार। Honorable Vice Chancellor in charge Maulana Azad National Urdu University and Chairman of this inaugural session, Professor SM Rahmatullah, and Professor in Public Administration, Dean School of Arts and School of Sciences, Maulana Azad National Urdu University. Respected Professor Siddiqui Mohammad Mahmood, Registrar in charge, Maulana Azad National Urdu University, and Professor and Head in Department of Education and Training. Respected Professor Malik Yusuf, the Head of the Galilee Center for Digital Health Research, Jafat Academic College, Israel, as a keynote speaker. Respected Professor Abdul Qayyum Ansari, Professor, Faculty of Engineering, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi, as a chief guest. Respected Dr. Abdul Wahid, Professor in Department of Computer Science and Information Technology, Dean, School of IT, and Director in charge, Center for Information Technology, Maulana Azad National Urdu University. Respected Dr. Syed Imtiaz Hassan, Associate Professor and Head, Department of CS and IT. Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Associate Professor, Department of CS and IT, Convener, Second National Conference on Computational Methods, Data Science and Applications. Most valued guests, dynamic participants, students, friends, relatives, parents, and ladies and gentlemen, I welcome to you all in this online conference. Computer science is a science of abstraction, creating the right model for a problem and devising the appropriate machine learning techniques to solve it. This is from J. Ullaman. It is my great honor and privilege to stand before you to deliver the vote of thanks at the inaugural session of the Second National Conference on Computational Methods, Data Science and Applications on 24th and 25th May 2021. data science. In future, the data science and software skills will do more for medicine than all the for medicine than all the biological sciences together. The purpose of computing is insight, not numbers. This is from Richard Hamming. Computing is not about computer anymore. It is about living. Computational models are mathematical models. Mathematical truth is not totally objective. If a mathematical statement is false, there will be no proofs. But it is true, there will be an endless variety of proofs, not just one. Proofs are not impersonal. They express the personality of their creator. Math is a music of reason. I, T. Arundhati, Assistant Professor, Department of CS and IT, on behalf of the Department of CS and IT and the entire supporting team of conference and my behalf. Let me first start by giving the glory to the Almighty God for making this event a big success with the recitation of the Holy Quran by Sayyida Shanaz, BTech 4th semester student. I would like to profusely thank Professor Malik Yusuf for making it convenient to grace this inaugural session and presented a keynote speech. Sorry, sir. On biological multi-data integration approach based on machine learning. Your presentation enlightens the biological data integration using machine learning to make machines intelligent artificially. Sir has highlighted many things like challenges in gene expression, data analysis, how to develop the computational models, biological domain knowledge, and different databases. Sir at last has given one total theory of this speech, like to take as gene expression as an input and put in a biological space and follow some machine learning algorithms to group the genes. Each group tells some biological information to give some rank. Though it is my research area, I'm very happy with your presentation, sir. Sir, we are sure that you're perfect, thoughtful, and perfect. Your profound thoughts and perceptions will inspire the participants, and it will make this conference a truly high impact event. Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of the School of IT, I profuse thanks to our chief guest, Professor Abdul Qayyum Ansari, Professor, Faculty of Engineering, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi, to grace the inaugural ceremony and sharing his views towards many things, not only one: computer science and information technology, computational applications, the association of information technology with other streams, self-motivation, beauty of the motivation with the computational models, and every individual stands as an outlier. Yes, sir, it's very right. It may give the strength in the hard times like COVID-19. Realize your potential, make yourself proud. With you, make this nation also proud. Thank you so much, sir. I take this opportunity to express sincere thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor in charge, MANUU, Professor S.M. Rahmatullah. Today, his inaugural session has become, by his precious presence, and inspired everyone by his valuable speech. Insightful address may take us over the moon. Sir has, I have taken some points. Sir told that you must predict the right and better patterns with the association of the technology. And sir has given the importance of data science and computational models. And also, as per the instructions of you, sir, we will be ready with the new education policy 2020 discussion with the Association of Information Technology. I express my deep gratitude to Professor Siddiqui Mahmood, Registrar in charge, MANUU, for joining us at this inaugural session. Your presence serves as an inspiration to the delegates who have come to the conference. Your motivational speech, your words not only introduced the university, also motivated all the delegates, participants in the area of applications of data science and research also, sir. Your motivational speech truly inspiring, and it is memorable to all of us as an inaugural address. Thank you, sir. We are grateful to Dr. Abdul Wahid, Professor in Department of CS&IT and Dean School of Technology, for his unconditional involvement to organize the conference. He always thinks about the growth of the department as a professor, growth of the school as a dean, and recently took the charge to spread information technology services to each and everyone in the university, as it is very much useful and necessary in this COVID-19 pandemic time. My heartfelt thanks to you, sir, on behalf of the department for continued support. My thanks to Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Associate Professor, Department of CS&IT, Convener, Second National Conference on Computational Methods, Data Science and its Applications, and his team members for their enormous cooperation in the organization of this event towards success of the event. Thank you, sir. Big thank to Dr. Syed Imtiaz Hassan, Head, Department of CS&IT, for addressing the gathering with his precious speech towards the importance of the theme of the national conference, particularly data science, and motivated the students in their career in the area of machine learning, artificial intelligence, big data, etc. I thank the heads of various departments, professors, directors, and all faculty members to grace this occasion and making this event towards the success. My sincere thanks to all the faculty members for their valuable contribution, guidance, and encouragement towards the success of the event. I also thank to all the non-teaching staff in the Department of CS&IT and CIT for their unlimited support and relentless effort for the conference toward the success path. Research is creating the new knowledge. Research scholars' role is very appreciable in this event. I thank all the scholars for their technical support to the success of this event. I would like to thank Instructional Media Centre, Maulana Azad National University, for providing all the facilities which we have been watching this event without any interruption and giving excellent coverage of the conference inaugural session. Special thanks to Director IMC, Mr. Rizwan Ahmad, and his supported technical team members. I would like to express my tremendous gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor, respected Registrar Sir, and other respected administrative staff across the university. They are the other face of the coin. Without their support, we would not be in this success path. Their unconditional support in all kinds to carry out the educational mission. I congratulate the organizers once again. Last but not the least, students builds the nation with the right education given by their teacher with the right understanding. On behalf of the Department of Computer Science in Information Technology, want to congratulate all the students who have qualified National Eligibility Test and State Eligibility Test and Graduate Aptitude Test 2021, and also want to appreciate those who have been placed in various software companies like TCS, Wipro, Infosys, etc. Students' talent may increase university's growth. In this regard, तमाम लोगों को तहे दिल से आदा शुक्रिया करता हूँ. धन्यवाद. खुदा हाफिज. Now I request you all to stand for the national anthem. Mr. Nair, kindly to play the national anthem.
गुजराती मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
इसके साथ ही हम प्रोग्राम के इख्तिताम पे पहुंच गए हैं। तुलबा के लिए एक छोटा सा मैसेज है। अब फिर पढ़ सदाकत का, अदालत का, शुजाअत का, लिया जाएगा तुझसे काम दुनिया की इमामत का। हम दोबारा मिलेंगे 2 बजे टेक्निकल सेशंस के। जी सर, टेक्निकल सेशंस।
शुक्रिया, थैंक यू,
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप लोगों का, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम रहा। थैंक यू सो मच, हैव ए ग्रेट डे।
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू ईसी साहब, थैंक यू रजिस्ट्रार साहब, थैंक यू चीफ गेस्ट, थैंक यू कीनोट स्पीकर, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
All the best, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Your presence made this show a huge success, and we look forward to each one of you, sir. The entire department and the School of Technology salute to our dignitaries and to the participant, guest, speaker, my anchor, everyone. A big hands for each one of you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
I request the participants, those who are going to present, Faria ma'am, thoda clear kar do. 2 o'clock we are going to start, and we are happy to see our one of the session chair, Professor Shiv Kumar, head of the department, CMR Engineering College. He has been with us since morning. So we request you, sir, take some break, and we will be joining shortly afternoon at 2:30. And meanwhile, we get arrange all the presentation. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, प्लीज तैयार रहिएगा। 2 बजे टेक्निकल सेशन शुरू हो जाएंगे। उम्मीद है कि आप लोगों ने अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन हमसे शेयर कर दी हैं और आपकी शेड्यूल हो चुकी है। प्लीज 2 बजे
2:30 मैम, 2:30
ओके 2:30 को स्टार्ट।
Join 5 minutes earlier so that you can restore your presentation and get settled down with the session chair.
इस आधे घंटे में सर नेटवर्किंग हो सकती है थोड़ी बहुत, पार्टिसिपेंट्स एक दूसरे से बात कर सकते हैं।
Sure, they have the choice.
Yes, sir.
So I request or expect all the participants to get join little bit earlier and get settled and feel comfortable, please.
Yes,
जी सर।
15 minutes before is it's okay. 2:15 I think it's good.
Okay. And a lot of thanks to my comparer and the host show, Faria Rashid, who did a splendid job, and all the my dear colleagues. And needless to say, Arundhati ma'am has given a wider coverage to everything, starting from the inaugural to the ending of this one. So kindly remain connected throughout the day. We have a very good paper in the afternoon session, and the tomorrow morning we have a couple of technical talks, and then afternoon we have parallel session, and then followed by the valedictory session. So it is going to be a power pack presentation for the whole day, 2 days event at MANUU virtually. So ladies and gentlemen, let us have some break and meet soon after. Thank you so much. You have been so lovely. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
सभी लोगों को धन्यवाद सर।
Okay, shukriya ma'am, shukriya. Islam sir.
Yes, sir. I am ending. Can I end the meeting?
You can
end the live streaming, sir.
But you can join some
पहले
other
स्ट्रीमिंग बंद कर दीजिए सर, और उसके बाद रिकॉर्डिंग बंद कर दीजिए।